Welcome to week 7 of our Scentaholic leadership program. This week, Robert and Amelia and Benny wanted to say hi to you. So,
hi, everybody.
Hello from the family. And this week, we are going to be reading chapter 8 in our study guide, Be a Direct Selling Superstar. And this chapter is titled Find Their Fire. This chapter starts with the following quote: "You'll get what you want by helping others get what they want." And I think a lot of times we focus on ourselves and our own recruiting and losing sight of what our teams and what their goals are. So in doing so, your team gets disconnected and our teams become unmotivated, and it becomes a cycle. And it's hard to pull your team back in once they're no longer motivated. So one of the biggest things I personally took away from this chapter is how important it is to keep your team members engaged, especially in the beginning when they first sign up. Have them set small goals and keep holding them accountable. That is so important. So, and if you're a star consultant or a director and you're not hitting your title or your numbers, take a step back and ask yourself, am I focusing all my attention on myself? Or am I truly building relationships with my team members and understanding and knowing what they want out of Scentsy? The key word being what they want out of Scentsy, not what you want. So if you can help them with these small steps and these small goals, in return, you'll hit your big goals. That's how this business works. And that is what personally impacted me the most in this chapter, and I'd love to hear what inspired you. Go to our Facebook page and let me know what inspired you the most. I'd love to hear what you think of this book and this program and how things are working for you. But another thing she talks about in this chapter is how 50% of people quit direct sales within the first 3 months. That number is huge. Well, that means we need to be very engaging with our recruits in those crucial first months. So with that being said, this week's challenge will be to create a system for our teams when we get a new recruit. Maybe a 3-month system or whatever works best for you. Just whatever it is, create some type of system where you have a checklist of everything you do. For example, you either help them set up a launch party or get them to do a basket party in the first 2 weeks. Tell them about the Shooting Star and the Sensational Start program. Help them make labels or order business cards and show them how to do that in the Scentsy Family store, and have them do that before their starter kit arrives. Send them the welcome video that you made, or a welcome email, or even better, a welcome phone call. I think that's a much better way to get that personal connection going with someone. And create a checklist of everything you do. And the great thing about this system is your team will do the same for their new team members if they see you doing this with all your new recruits. And you will start a pattern. So, since the first 3 months is so crucial, what about scheduling your calendar with 3 months worth of lunch dates if people are local, or meet with them once a month, or Skype or phone chat, or whatever works best for you guys. But the main thing here is just make sure you're building that connection. And I really wish this is something I would have implemented in my business a long time ago. Again, why I wish I would have read this book a long time ago. I think I'd be much further along, and our whole team would be, if I would have read this. So better late than never, though, and I'm glad you guys are implementing it much earlier on in your careers. I would make contact with my new recruits when they joined and help them with their launch party. But then I let them go and kind of let them do their own thing, and I wouldn't really talk to them for a while. And then I didn't understand, and I was so disappointed and confused when they would quit. But this chapter really helped me understand why that cycle was going on. So this is something I can definitely work on in my business. And by creating this long-term system, I'm certain it's going to be beneficial to all of us and for many Scentsy generations to come within our whole group. So on to our challenge. I want you to create an information sheet and a new recruit checklist and put it in a binder. If you have a folder from one of our other challenges, feel free to use that folder for this challenge too. And then find out your front lines, their birthdays, their anniversaries, how many kids do they have, what are their hobbies, what's their favorite restaurant, and so on. You get the idea. And whatever you decide, have an information sheet filled out for everyone in your front line. Or if you have a small team, do it for everybody in your team, but especially everybody in your front line. That's who you need to be making the strongest connection with, those personal recruits. And I know we all have those consultants that don't return those emails and those phone calls. I mean, it happens. But work with those who do want your attention, who are willing to give you their time and looking for that direction. But the main objective, do your best to know your team and your recruits. And then have extra sheets in this binder with a checklist. So and have your mentor sheet all ready to go. So when you do get a new recruit, you're already set up for them. And this will be a fun way to get to know your team too. And schedule a team chat or personal one-on-one calls with you, or lunch if they live nearby. Like I said, whatever works best for you guys. And I'm going to give you a cheat sheet. I'm going to upload a mentor guide that I have been using for many years. And I also had another Superstar director who shared one with me. So I'm going to upload both of those to our Superstar page. And so you feel free to use that or create your own, whatever works best. But if you do create your own, I'd sure love to see it. Please feel free to post it on our Superstar page and share it with everybody else so we can all share ideas. But it is crucial to create a system to help your new recruits get off to a great start and really get to know your team members and your new recruits. That's the whole point of this week's challenge. So again, your challenge this week is create a sponsored checklist or use the one I'm going to upload and help your new recruits get started. And then create a consultant information sheet or use the one that I have and fill in your current frontline or team members' information and get to know your team. Then as you get new recruits, make sure you're doing the same for each new team member and teach them to do the same with their new recruits. Because to be successful in this business, you have to recruit. You have to rinse and repeat and teach your team to do the same. And just make sure whatever you're doing is duplicatable. And if you stay consistent with this, you will definitely see results. So, and then also take a picture of your binder and your checklist and your information sheet and upload it on our Superstar page. I'd really like to see, and I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I'm so excited to see your other binders and things you came up with. So let's share. So that's your challenge this week. Let's see if our group can make those statistics different. And let's see if we can keep our new team members longer than 3 months, a year, and hopefully even longer. And quit these cycles that have happened over the years. Again, I'm really excited to watch our group alone change these statistics. So let's get your team engaged, set some small goals with them, help them feel the achievement, and show them the recognition that they deserve so they'll want to stay with Scentsy. Make it hard for them to leave. And I think if we create this system, we'll definitely change these statistics. So that's it for this week's challenge. Look for my mentor guide and have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.